What's on sale? Better be Black Ops. Better be Black Ops. Oh my God. I said it. And it happened. But I can't buy it right now because I'm broke. Apps.
Was looking like it could go to a game 5. In fact, Nameless, you said that Toronto Koi was your team to watch in this matchup. They were close in games 1 and 2.
Yeah, I guess the big question coming into it was like, how much ground have Gentlemates made, and with the talent gap really showcased there. I think, you know, Toronto Koi, they fought back in a lot of those maps. Just kills matter sometimes, and that's exactly what we just saw. Dante and Joe Deceives on map number 1, Sib, popping off like, at the very end, Koi fought their best, but in the end, yeah, the kills mattered.
Us three were pretty confident in our Gentlemates pick. Let's take a look at why. I said it was one man. He goes by the name of Joe Deceives, and he was wearing Gentlemates jerseys today.
I mean, it's insane that even after like a team performance like this from Gentlemates, Joe still manages to stand out. Like, he does it in every single game mode, and that search and destroy, which is unbelievable out of him. 6 burst lives, 12 and 7. He just stood on that stage and said that he was developing and changing his S&D game. Joe, I don't know if we can take you getting any better at search and destroy than you already are.
Is his search game where he's most dangerous right now attached? What do you love about Joe?
Yes, search and destroy, they have been insane so far, even in Major 4, and then continuing their run here. Now they've had more time, they practice, get more reps under their belt, and respawn, and it's showing. We honestly don't appreciate Joe Deceives enough. He drops 40 every respawn, 10 plus kills every search and destroy, and we're like, oh yeah, that's a normal Joe series. But no, what he is doing is incredible. One of the best, if not the best Slayer in Black Ops 7 right now.
You could make that case for sure. I heard Quint say best player in the game. Like, and he's a statistical anomaly, and he can just pop takeover. And to me, he was the win con in this series.
A 1.33 against his former team. You know that sale had to earn them some money, but you were going to miss that piece throughout the rest of this tournament. Gentlemates are powering into our second round of the bracket. And Rosalie, I know you're pretty excited about this. Should Optic fans be worried about your squad?
I'm not about worried. I think no matter what you're worried about Paris Gentlemates, they were still always in that top 4 conversation. But maybe you're shaking a little bit more because it's not often Gentlemates starts a tournament this well.
Let's take a look at some of these highlights and what we expect to see moving forward. Attached, we of course highlighted Joe Deceives. I also want to credit the rookie on the other side of the ball. Kips for Toronto Koi showed up on every single map. I think he had over 80 interactions in his first map. He went -3 with like 41 kills.
Yeah, Kips was keeping him in this series. Without him, this would not have been close. It took a Dante getting a huge one-on-one win versus Kleenex in that map 1 HP, or they would have made the comeback. And also on the back of Kips, his S&D, his respawns were incredible. He's just so good for this team.
And he was giving them life here in this game 3. Obviously, Toby playing well, but they had opportunities. Just would get to mid-map, and then 2 players would drop, and you're just playing sustained from that point. It's just so much pressure on the side of the Gentlemates when you have this guy like Joe, who not only is finding all these kills, he's so active on the map as well, helping his teammates. Koi, it was too much for them to deal with today, but they're going to go down in that losers bracket, and hey, if they can find some more kills along with the funnies that they showcase here, they have a chance to make a run.
Ali, everyone in chat, they see the numbers, they go with the easy kind of decisions based off the stats in front of them. Did Abe have an off series? Is he in a tough role? What do we need to expect from this guy? He's been in a top 3 position at EWC. Can he do it at Champs?
I think it's definitely just an off series for him. I think as far as Abe goes, like, he's pretty consistent to just be the guy to get done what needs to get done, and I don't feel like we saw a lot from him throughout these 3 maps, but I will say I expect a turnaround. Like you said, at EWC, I mean, he is a player that has played in some of the most high-stakes situations. I don't have a doubt that he's going to be able to step up for them in their losers match 1.
We are going through all 4 of our opening matches here today. Welcome to COD Champs 2026. 1 done. Let's take a look at what we have in store for you moving forward. Attached, we are going to see that Optic Heretics battle at the very end of tonight's show. But our next 2 fights are going to include the big dogs. Who are you more excited to see, Thieves or FaZe on day 1?
I'm probably more excited to see Thieves right now, just because we're seeing a new look Falcons as well. And Thieves, you know, they won Major 3. They got second at Major 4, lost in the grand finals, game 7, and now they're playing against a new roster. We don't know much about Falcons either, so I want to see if Scrap, Hydra, Up Easy can still play how they've been playing on land this year.
Nameless, final thoughts before we get in the next match. We got Thieves and Falcons on the other side.
Wait, listen, we said we're getting 2 game 5s. That was a 3-0, so if this one goes game 5, I don't know what to think.
Vegas has woken up. They're shaking off their hangover. They're getting loud. You can too. Stay with us all day, all week, and it's Champs Week in 2026, live from Vegas.
Where Heretics on throw.
Look like the pros to play like the pros. The CDL team skins are available now. Scan the QR code or check out the in-game store now.
Player X is the official esports fantasy partner of the Call of Duty League.
Brought to you by America's Navy and the special operators who work in the shadows.
Glory isn't given, it is earned. Oh! What did we concede?
Easy.
Trying to avoid another silver medal.
This is my time to go.
We wait, we push, we win.
Back-to-back champs.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Out of nowhere!
Unbelievable.
Back-to-back
It's history in the making! Oh my God! It's over! Are the champions of the world! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
the music, I'ma need my peace and quiet. Catch my breath before I write. This my moment, ain't no try. I'm all in, go ahead and cut it. Up in the clouds where I am the pilot. No turbulence, cause I'm at the highest point of the earth where I run the turf. I came from the bottom, so I know my worth. Every time I think that I am the greatest, gotta remember my humble beginnings. God got his hand on me, thought it was prodigy. Really just prodigal, searching for prodigal. Gotta go back home with a new dome. I flip the switch, my lights back on. Now I show up, then I show out, cause it's major league and we pro now. Don't stop, show out. This is how we go out. Playing with the pros now. Full speed, we gon' roll out. We can never slow down, see the lights, we gon' show out. Show up, show out, show up, show out. Lights on, we shine, we gone. Show up, show out, show up, show out. Lights on, we shine, we gone. Who gon' light it up? We gon' light it up, so show out. Who gon' light it up? We gon' light it up, so show out. Show up, show out, show up, show out. Lights on, we shine, we gone. Take off, that's off. Used to think we got a problem. My light too bright, think I know where to solve it. But who would I be if I cannot be the best version of me? I'm shooting for threes from top of the key. If you can't compete, then don't let me. Every time I think that I am the greatest, gotta remember my humble beginnings. God got his hand on me, thought it was prodigy. Really just prodigal, searching for prodigal. Gotta go back home with a new dome. I flip the switch, my lights back on. Now I show up, then I show out, cause it's major league and we pro now. Don't stop, show out. This is how we go out. Playing with the pros now. Full speed, we gon' roll out. We can never slow down, see the lights, we gon' show out. Show up, show out, show up, show out. Lights on, we shine, we gone. Show up, show out, show up, show out. Lights on, we shine, we gone. Who gon' light it up? We gon' light it up, so show out. We gon' light it up, we gon' light it up, so show out. Show up, show out, show up, show out.
They told us what we were.
Is this the end of the newly formed LA Thieves?
Knocked down, never got back up.
A mismatched super team. Then we picked it up.
The LA Thieves are your Minor 1 champions.
Me and Fit. A Beezy answered. Hydra stayed Hydra. Scrap kept scrapping. Verdicts in. LA Thieves never left.
One behind us, pitch, where's the bedroom?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. There you can see our Hall of Banners, all of our previous champions over the last 13 years as we get ready for COD Champs 2026. It's your quarterfinals rolling on with the second match ready to go. LA Thieves coming off a Major 3 title. On the other side, the Falcons. They had world champions on the roster. They just let go of one, and they're welcoming in a rookie. We want to welcome you all into the Michelob Ultra Arena. Pucking alongside Rosalie, we've got Attach and Nameless. And Nameless, I want to start today's conversation with the Falcons because there was a whole lot of drama after Major 3. Major 4 qualifiers, they keep the same roster. That's not the case today.
Yeah, I mean, they let Pred go, and you know they bring in Aluka. This guy has had a ton of buzz. A lot of you guys who have watched the season in the pro scene, you might not know too much about him, but he is mechanically talented. This guy can get it done with the SMG or the AR in hand, and he's been grinding all year long, waiting for his shot, and it comes at COD Champs. Dylan, you know it's a ton of pressure, and it is a different beast, not only playing against the pro teams, playing at COD Champs, knowing that this is the biggest tournament of the year. So they're asking a lot of him. He has to come in and replace a guy in Fred who was finding a ton of kills. Like, he might not be playing the most efficient COD, but he was finding those kills. So tall task for the young buck.
And Dylan, you did a lot of studying when we were first thinking Aluka was going to get signed by FaZe. What does he bring to the table? What are they hoping to get out of him as the Falcons have struggled? You can see they're champ seed 7 this time around.
The biggest thing is the hype. If you've ever watched him play in his streams when he's in tournaments, he gets loud. He yells. It's kind of similar to Pred, how he does it and gasses his teammates up. He's also a very fast player. He can run an AR. He can run a sub. He can do it all. He's overall such a well-rounded player, so I'm excited to see him on the big stage here.
There were a lot of rumors that Kismet was going to get cut from this squad. I saw some tweets, including one from Octane, who will probably be in the Hall of Fame, saying, justice for Kiz. Well, Kiz is on the roster. He's playing for another ring. And, Allie, we got to remind people, 2023 was not too long ago. It was in this city that he won his first championship title.
Yeah, Vegas is where he feels the vibe. And for Kismet as well, like, you probably couldn't have picked a better player to kind of be put in the spot he's been in. You know, the mental battles and stuff. He's a veteran. He's going to come out on top and just be looking to win regardless of the situation that you put him in. Hopefully we see 99 Kiz.
That's all the nice things we can say about the Falcons until we see them play. On the other side, there is tons of footage to smile about if you are a Thieves fan. Neum has come onto this roster and changed their trajectory. After a slow start, they become a consistent top 3 performer. They win a championship. They go to a second grand final, and we're just a few moments away from a second trophy.
Yeah, and the best thing about Neum, what he brought to this team is he's playing like a veteran. His communication, the way he sets his superstar teammates up is perfect. The way he just lets Scrap, he lets Hydra, he lets Abizi all thrive and do what they have to do. Scrap has the most engagements out of any player in the CDL right now.
The assault rifle player has the most engagements.
And he has the highest first blood percentage as well. So he's doing it all, and Neum has been the glue guy for this team.
Yeah, you need a glue guy too, right? When you're one of those players who's finding all those kills and you know you're one who can push pace, you need somebody throwing the trophies, pulling out the sniper and search and destroy. It just has your back. That's exactly what Neum does. But I think he's went above and beyond what they had asked for him when he came into this team. In the big moments, in the big matches, that's when Neum has played his best throughout this season. So, you know, I know he's a rookie, but it almost feels like this is a tournament that he will thrive in with the pressure of COD Champs.
Neum was in that challenger scene for multiple years, and as soon as he joined the roster, they have had instant success. Allie, walk me through the season for the Thieves.
I mean, at first it was respawn dominance, right? Like, they came out, and that's kind of what carried them, I feel like, through Major 1 and 2, and then you get to 3 into the minors, and that's when I feel like their S&D and also the meta change really took off for this team.
Yeah.
Not only that, Hydra's been putting up unbelievable numbers in that game mode. He had a 1.5 in Major 4 in Search and a 1.2 just overall on the season, and that's going to be their edge as well, simply in this matchup, because for Falcons, it's been the opposite story. Search and Destroy has been on a serious downward decline.
Yeah, I think what makes Steve so special in Search, because it really is a crazy run. You mentioned it, the first bloods from Scrap, but also you can't prepare because they have their base strats. It all gets adjusted round 3 or 4 when Hydra or Abizi, 2 of the greatest of all time, find that gap and see something they like.
So I wanted to compare these two players because they may have the highest salaries in the league. Let's take a look at Hydra versus Celium. Now, Celium brought in for his consistent slaying. He was a top KD performer 4 years in a row, it feels like, at the CDL. On the other side, Hydra is a guy who peaks at the end of the season. He masters Search and Destroy. Judging purely by the numbers, who can have a bigger impact in this matchup?
It's going to have to be Hydra, because he's going to be running it down. He's going to be getting those 3 pieces around the map, and he's going to be getting those first bloods in S&D as well. Right now, Celium needs to pick up the pace if they want to compete versus LA Thieves, because Thieves is going to be, him and Abizi are going to be running it down. So Celium needs to just be able to match their pace, especially Scraps.
One other player we got to talk about, of course, is Abizi. The man already has a ring, and he's got a second ring. Will he be able to join the elusive 4 that have 3 rings?
Yeah, there's 4 players. That's exclusive company there. So he has an opportunity to shoot up on the all-time list, and they have a shot as anybody. I mean, you think about this LA Thieves team, what they've put on film in Search and Destroy. That is what wins championships, and you see the MVP candidates. Abizi not on this list, but these last couple of months, he has performed at the level these these guys have all season.
I'm looking at some of these numbers. I mean, Sim's averaging a 1.12. You see the 1.15 is your KD leader, and Joe Deceives, who just dropped a 1.33 in his opening game. What are the expectations for Scrap, who has had the most explosive best of 5 we've ever seen with 142 kills in a single match?
I think the expectation is just continue the MVP numbers that he's been putting up. I mean, it's been all season long too. And, you know, from the start, it's kind of been like the difference with Scrap is obviously he is an AR putting up these numbers. He is an AR pushing pace in a lot of these series, and there are very few ARs that can hang with him. I mean, you start talking maybe Dashy and Mercules are in that conversation. Maybe you bring in maybe Dan on his best day, but for Scrap, it's every day. And I think for the teams of LA Thieves, the other 3, it's just such a peace of mind to have a guy like this behind you as your backline.
He's just one of those guys, and you know, you compete against them like